Oh my goodness. I'm at Harvard. Wow. To President Faust, my fellow Hollerans called it was so beautiful. Thank you so much, and James Robert Stephanie Wilson, Harvard faculty, with a special bow to my friend Dr. Henry Louis Rees. All of you, although me with a special bow to the class of 88, your $100 million. And to you members of Harvard class of 2013, hello. I thank you for allowing me to be a part of your conclusion of this chapter of your lives and the commencement of your next chapter. To say that I'm honored doesn't even begin to quantify the depth that really accompanies an honorary doctorate from Harvard. Not too many little girls from rural Mississippi have made it all the way, and I tell you that consider today as sat on the stage this morning, reading Terry for you all and then Terry for myself. I consider today a defining milestone in a very long and blessed journey. My own hope today is that it can be a source of some inspiration. I'm going to trust my remarks to anybody who has ever felt inferior and felt disadvantaged, felt screwed by life misses a speech for the court. Actually was also honored, and I wanted to do something really special to you. I wanted to be able to have you look under your seats, and there would be free master and doctor degrees, but I see you got it covered already. I will be honest with you, I felt a lot of pressure over the past few weeks to come up with something that I could share with you that I hadn't heard before, because after all I went to Harvard. I did not. But then I realized that you don't have to necessarily go to Harvard to have a driven obsessive type A personality, but it helps. And while I may not have graduated from here, I admit that my personality is about as Harvard as they come. I know my television career began unexpectedly. As you heard this morning, was in the Miss Fire Prevention Contest. That was when I was 16 years old in Navarre, Tunis, and you had a requirement of having to have a red hair in order to win up until the year that I entered. But they were doing the question and answer. I wasn't going to win under the swimsuit competition, and during the question and answer period, the question came, why young lady that would like when you grow up? And by the time they got to me, all the good answers. So I had seen Barbara Waters on today's show that morning, so I answered, I would like to be a journalist. I would like to tell other people's stories in a way that makes a difference in their lives and the world. And as those words were coming out of my mouth, I went, wow, this is pretty good. I would like to be a journalist. I want to make a difference. When I was on television, by the time I was 19 years old, in 1986, I launched my own television show with a relentless determination to succeed. At first, I was nervous about competition, and then I became my own competition. Raised the bar every year, pushing myself as hard as I knew. So familiar to anybody here. Eventually, I did make it to the top, and I stayed there for 25 years. The Oprah Winfrey Show was #1 in our time slot for 21 years, and I have to tell you, I become pretty comfortable with that level of success. But a few years ago, I decided as you will, at some point it was time to find new retiring break. So I ended the show launch on the Oprah Win Network. The initial just worried, so 1 year later after launching, nearly every outlet have proclaimed that my new venture was a flop. Not just a flop, but a big bone flop, I call it. I still remember the day I opened up USA Today. I read a headline: Oprah not quite standing on her own. I mean, really, USA Today, now that's a nice newspaper. It really was this time last year the worst period in my professional life. I was stressed and I was frustrated, and quite frankly, I was actually who had decided to collect pocket change in order to help other people in need. He raised $1,000 by herself, and I thought, wow, if a little 9 years old girl, I wonder what I could do. So I asked for our viewers to take up their own change collection in 1 month. Just from pennies and nickels and dimes, we raised more than used to send a student from every state in the United States to college. That was the beginning of Angle Network. And so what it was simply ask our interviewers, so what you can, whatever you are, from whatever you see in life, give me your time, or our talent, your money, if you have it. And they did. Extend yourself in the kindness to other human beings, whatever you can. And together we built 55 schools in 12 different countries and restored nearly 300 homes that were devastated by hurricanes Rita and Katrina. So Angle Network have been on the air for a long time. But it was the Angle Network that actually focused my internal GPS. It helped me to decide that I wasn't just gonna be on TV every day, but the goal of my shows, my interviews, my business, my philanthropy, all of it. Whatever ventures I may pursue, I wanted to make it clear, and what unites us is ultimately far more redeeming and compelling than anything that separates me. Because they had become clear to me, and I want you to know it isn't always clear in the beginning, because as I said, I had been on television since I was 19 years old, but around 94 I got it really clear. So don't expect the charity. I know your purpose right away, but it will become clear to me was here on the earth to use television and not be used by it. To use television to ultimate the transfer better angles. So this Angle Network just didn't change the lives of those who were helped, but the lives of those who didn't help him. In our political system and in the media, we often see the reflection of a country that is polarized, that is paralyzed, that is self-interested. And yet, I know you know the truth. One know that we are better than cynicism and pessimism by throughout Washington and 24-hour cable news cycle. Not my channel, by the way. We understand that the vast majority of people in this country believe in stronger background checks because they realize that they can uphold the second and also reduce the violence that robbing us of our children. We don't have to be uncomfortable. And we understand that most Americans believe in a clear path to citizenship for 12,000 million, because it's possible to both enforce our laws and at the same time embrace the works. On the stage of library, generations unhoped, we can do both. And we understand, I know you do, because you went to Harvard, that people from both parties, no party believe in integrate mothers, and families should have access to healthy food and roof over and a strong public education, because here the richest nation on the earth. We can afford a basic level and security or an opportunity. So the question is, what are you going to do about it? Really, what are you going to do about it? If you agree with these beliefs, maybe you care about these issues, and maybe there are other challenges with you. Class of 2013, maybe you want to launch your own television show, or maybe you simply want to collect some change. Your parents should appreciate about it now. The point is, your generation is judged with the task breaking through. friends and family, yours, enemies, strangers, in every argument, in every encounter. Every exchange, I would tell you, I only want to know one thing: was that okay? Did you hear me? Do you see me? Didn't want to say mean anything to you? Even though this is a college where Facebook was born. My hope was that I would try to go out and more face-to-face conversations with people you may disagree with.